Hello everybody, I'm Benjamin Kere. I come from RIMS ACC and I'm going to introduce you today a kind of deteriorating condition, which is a radio failure, which happens sometime in our jobs, and it can be a big trouble. It can become a big trouble for us. So my presentation will be in two parts. First, we will see the radio failure coming from the plane, and in the second part, the radio failure coming from the ATC system. First of all, we have to react depending the kind of failure. So first, when we have no radio contact, which means that we don't have the plane doesn't contact us because it was set by the previous sector, and maybe it missed a number in the frequency, and it can give him a false frequency, and he's lost, and most of the time it's the more common problem, most common problem. Secondly, we have the emission failure. So the plane can receive our message, but it can't emit the messages he needs to be in contact with us. So what we have to do, we have to give him the messages, and after he has to read back in different way, which are squawking idents with a transponder, which allow him to be seen on the screen, or giving him a different heading, and to be sure he understood what we say to him. Thirdly, we have the reception failure. So it can transmit, but it can't receive what we are saying to him. So we just have to continue transmitting, and maybe the problem will be fixed by the pilot. And the total failure, which means that it can't receive, it can't emit. So with the transponder, it has to squawk 7600 in order to be on the screen in a different way as he is in a normal way. We have the 7 minutes rule, which is a rule when the plane is not on his planned track, the track he planned on his flight plan. He has to join as soon as possible the track. He has to join the flight level he planned, and after 7 minutes, if he's not at the flight level he planned. And why 7 minutes is because in order to allow the controller to make all the phone calls he needs to the next sectors, in order to tell him that plane won't contact you, is on a radio failure, a total radio failure. We have also we have to protect the plane track, which means that in a normal situation the planes have to be separated by 1,000 feet, but when the plane lost its radio, we have to separate him of 2,000 feet vertically. So now about when the ATC system fails. So we have here a control position, so where we have the microphone, the radio frequency selector, radar screen, and we have the last resort rescue radio, which allows us to contact the plane when the ATC system fails. So we are just a short radio network structure, just short presentation. In a normal way, we select all the frequencies we need to work with, and it goes through kind of mixing area where all the frequencies are mixed, and then sent to the normal antenna. When it's not working well, we just take the phone of its position, and we is going directly to the rescue antenna. So as we can see on that phone, we can select 5 frequencies. So which means that those frequencies can be changed. It's on a position. It's assigned on each position, which means that we have to be careful on which positions is on where the positions are in the control room. So when we take the phone, the frequency will appear in red, a circle with blue on the radio frequency selector, and the alarm will ring at the technical supervision in order to make all which has to be done to fix the problem. So the operational consequences for us air traffic controller. The frequency is selected in traffic mode, which means that the two planes can contact us at the same time, and they won't know they are talking at the same time. So for us, we have to be careful and give priority to some planes. After the frequency is disconnected on the radio network, so as we saw on the previous slides, it's on in VHF, which means we have to be careful if we have planes in UHF, and if the UHF frequency fade, we can't have any contact with those planes, and most of the time it's military planes, so we have to be very careful. The strategic controller is unable to listen, which means he can't prepare the work he could have done because he can't hear what the plane are asking for. And which means it for the controllers it's more communication in order to do the same job but in deteriorating conditions. And we have to split the impacted sectors in order to not to have trouble for the other sectors, and for the controller it's also better because it won't have a telephone here and a microphone on the other hand, so that's why we split the sector. So as a conclusion, we can say that the companies can also help us with their system when they contact their planes with the AirCar system. And also, I think the technology which is going to be put in place, especially now in Europe, and which is already works in some country like in Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg, with the data link, which allow us to contact the plane in a different way, and to say them they have a problem with their frequency.
Sure. 1 minute, 50 seconds.
Yeah.
No, you have to take your time.
Yeah, you spoke